What is going on, everyone? My name is SiahZ. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best possible skills you could be using if you guys are trying to build a stealth build. Without any further ado, let's get into them. Now for our first skill, we have Stealth. Stealth adds a stealth meter to our game. On top of that, we're more difficult to detect when sneaking, and we get a sneak attack damage bonus increase with suppressed weapons. As the ranks of the skill increase, we'll be harder to detect, and we will get more sneak attack damage. In rank 4, we are 100% more difficult to detect when sneaking. We get a 20% sneak attack damage with suppressed weapons, and doors we interact with will no longer alert enemies while we're in stealth. You 100% want to pick this perk up. If you're creating a character, try to create a character that already has this perk. If not, pick it up as soon as possible. Our next perk, it is the tier 4 concealment. What this skill does is, we'll no longer set off enemy mines, our ranged sneak attack damage will do 2.5 times normal damage, and our melee sneak attacks will do 4 times normal damage. As this skill increases, the damage bonuses increase as well. With rank 3, we gain a chameleon-like ability when completely still and sneaking. What this means is, once we start sneaking, we will go invis if we are completely still. Now this is extremely useful, because if we are going on a ranged stealth build, and we shoot and kill an enemy, and we're still, we will be completely invisible, so nobody will be able to see where we're at, detect our presence, and we can just keep firing from invis and keep getting our crits. In rank 4, engaging stealth causes distant enemies to lose you. Plus, our range attacks do 4x normal damage, and our melee attacks do 10x normal damage. You 100% want to try to get this skill as fast as possible, because it would just make your range attack damage and melee attack damage do so much DPS that you'll probably be one-shotting every enemy in the game. The next skill is Situational. If you are trying to just max DPS out, you definitely want to get Isolation. If you're trying to play with a crew and have some companions, then you can completely ignore this skill. What Isolation does is, it gives us more weapon damage and damage resistance for each spacesuit and helmet we have equipped when we don't have a companion or any crew. Now I think this is a typo, because you cannot have multiple spacesuits and helmets equipped at a time, so we can only get one spacesuit and one helmet equipped. At rank 4, we get 40% weapon damage and 60 damage resistance for each spacesuit and helmet equipped, which it would be 80 weapon damage and 120 damage resistance once we have one spacesuit and one helmet equipped. This skill is one of the best installed skills we can get later down the line, but like I said, if you're trying to do any type of playthrough with a crew or a companion, this skill is completely useless, so it just is really situational and up to you. For our next skill, we have Ballistics. What it does is, it allows our ballistic weapons to do more damage, as well as at rank 4, our range with ballistic weapons increases by 30%. Now, like I said, if we're using ballistic weapons, this is just free damage, there's no reason to not pick this skill up. Now the next ones are the certifications. Pistol certification, shotgun, rifle, sniper, all those are 100% a must get, depending on what weapon you want to go for. And I guess if you're also going for melee, you can grab dueling as well, as it will cause your melee weapons to do more damage and take less damage while wielding a melee weapon. And at rank 4, it allows your kills to heal you for 10% of your health. Depending on what weapon you go for certification, the rank 4 skill will have a different effect. For pistols, your pistol kills grant 25% critical chance for 5 seconds when you kill an enemy. For shotgun certification, your shotgun's kills grant a small chance to stun additional targets with shotguns for a limited time. For rifle certification, you reload rifles 30% faster while standing still. For sniper certification, your scope weapons do 50% more damage while using the scope. So it really depends which certification you want to go for. Obviously, I think the best would probably be like sniper or rifle if for hitting hard, but I can see melee and like pistols being really fun as well. So just play with whatever weapon type you want to go for and then grab the certification for that, as it'll just mean more damage. The next thing we have is Marksmanship. What Marksmanship does is it increases our critical hit chance with non-automatic range weapons. At rank 4, our critical hits using non-automatic range weapons without a scope do double damage, and those with scopes knock down enemies on the next shot. Now if you're using automatic weapons, completely pass over this skill and do not get it. If you are using non-automatic range weapons, then 100% get this skill. Especially if you're using a non-automatic range weapon without a scope, because that'll just mean free double damage at rank 4. Our next skill is Sharpshooting. What Sharpshooting does, at rank 1, it increases your headshot critical damage by 50% with ranged weapons. At rank 2, it increases your critical damage to enemy legs by 50% with ranged weapons. At rank 3, it increases all critical damage to enemies by 50% with ranged weapons. At rank 4, your ranged critical hit kills increases your critical chance with all ranged weapons by 25% for 20 seconds. If you're using ranged weapons and you're going for a stealth build, and honestly, if you're not even going for a stealth build, but still using ranged weapons, you should probably get this skill. It's just a free critical damage increase, and honestly, who doesn't get crits when you shoot people in their weak spots? So this is just be free increase in damage to pretty much no matter what build you're going for if you are using ranged weapons. The last best skill you can get for a stealth build is armor pen. What armor penetration does is it attacks ignore 15% of the target's armor. It's rank 4, enemy armor is decreased by 25% for 6 seconds after a crit. Meaning when we're sneaking around and we're hitting people from the shadows and we're getting crits, their armor is going to be decreased by 25%, which means we can shred them even quicker. Now the other skills in science and tech don't help stealth builds at all, but obviously you're going to want to go into like stuff like weapon engineering and research methods because you're going to want to mod out your weapons and spacesuits. You're going to want to research stuff. Now obviously every skill I mentioned you do not have to get. There is no level limit in this game, meaning you can get pretty much every perk in the game. Take your time, figure out which ones you want to get, and plot the way you want to build. But that's all I have for you guys for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and if you did, hit that subscribe and like button. This lets me know that you guys are enjoying the videos, and they keep putting more videos out like this in the future. I will be having build guides coming out as well as other videos, so I hope you guys look forward to seeing that. I hope you guys do have a good rest of your day or night depending on where you are, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.